On one side, you had Argentina, the defending champions, anchored by Lionel Messi in what was heavily billed as his final tournament run. On the other, an Egyptian squad, hunting for their first knockout round victory on the global stage. Nobody expected Egypt to dictate the tempo. Yet 15 minutes in, a sharp header found the back of the net. Mohamed Salah's team took a 1-0 lead against the title holders. Then, approaching the hour mark, Egypt strung together a counterattack along the touchline. A perfect pass from Salah met Mustafa Zico, who chipped the ball over the keeper to double the advantage. The stadium erupted. For roughly a minute, the Egyptian players celebrated by the corner flag, having seemingly secured one of the most stunning upsets in tournament history. The restart was delayed. The center referee, Francois Letexier, held up play and jogged over to the sideline monitor. He wasn't checking the shot. He was looking at an incident from deep in the build-up. What he saw on that screen would ultimately dismantle the result and ignite the defining controversy of the 2026 World Cup. That single sideline review triggered a chain reaction. Official complaints from a national federation, ejections from the technical area, and widespread allegations of a systemic effort to protect the sport's most profitable stars. The VAR booth instructed the referee to look at a challenge that occurred more than 30 seconds before the ball crossed the goal line. Replays zeroed in on Egypt's Marwan Attia, who had pulled a jersey and accidentally stepped on the foot of Argentine defender Lisandro Martinez. This timeline graphic maps the exact sequence. Because the foul occurred during the attacking possession phase, VAR can rewind the tape to the beginning of the offensive move, tracking back across 30 seconds and nearly 100 yards. FIFA's refereeing chief, Pierluigi Collina, defended the strict application of this rule. His stance is simple: distance and time do not mitigate a foul. If an infraction happens during the build-up, the goal cannot stand. Critics and former referees argued the exact opposite. They pointed out that wiping out a spectacular goal for marginal contact near the opposite corner flag stretches video review far beyond correcting obvious errors. The goal was erased, and a free kick was awarded to Argentina. It was a microscopic rewind that completely reset the emotional state of the match, leaving the Egyptian squad feeling actively penalized by the officiating structure. Egypt actually managed to recover. 10 minutes later, Zico found the net again, legally this time, establishing a 2-0 lead. But Argentina responded with severe efficiency. They scored twice in rapid succession, leveling the match at 2-2 as the clock bled into stoppage time. In the 93rd minute, Salah drove into the Argentine penalty box. He collided with Julian Alvarez and went down. The referee waved play on. This time, the VAR booth remained silent, officially classifying the interaction as normal football contact. While the Egyptian players appealed for a penalty, Argentina immediately countered. They pushed the ball up the right flank, crossed it in, and headed home the winner. In the span of 35 minutes, Egypt saw a goal meticulously dissected and removed by video review, followed by a frantic penalty appeal in stoppage time that received no on-field intervention at all. The discrepancy between those two decisions fueled immediate outrage. As the final whistle blew on the 3-2 defeat, the Egyptian bench erupted. Substitutes and coaching staff surged toward the touchline. The referee responded with a wave of discipline, issuing yellow cards to backup goalkeeper Mustafa Shobair and head coach Hassam Hassan for aggressive dissent. The situation escalated further when an Egyptian backroom staff member broke from the designated area to directly confront the officials, resulting in a straight red card and a dismissal. The technical area completely dissolved into chaos. It was a physical manifestation of a team that felt the governing body had actively stripped them of a fair contest. In the post-match press conference, Hassam Hassan did not hold back. He openly accused the tournament officials of abandoning fair play, stating his team had been subjected to blatant injustice. His comments fed into a wider media narrative. Observers began openly questioning whether the financial machinery of the World Cup required a deep run from Argentina to maximize viewership, claiming that an early exit for Messi would have cost FIFA millions in sponsorship revenue. The Egyptian Football Association formalized this anger, filing an official complaint that demanded an investigation into the refereeing crew and alleged double standards in the application of video review. FIFA categorically denied the accusations. Collina insisted that his match officials operate with complete independence, entirely insulated from the financial goals of FIFA President Gianni Infantino. These responses highlight a very rigid divide. You have a devastated team pointing to a pattern of systemic bias, and a governing body pointing to a rulebook that was technically followed to the letter. When VAR was introduced, it was sold as a tool for clarity. It was supposed to eliminate lingering doubts by applying cold visual evidence to human error. But as this diagram illustrates, applying rigid frame-by-frame tracking to a fluid, high-speed sport often generates more subjectivity. Zooming in on a scuffed boot 30 seconds before a goal doesn't reveal the objective truth. It just creates a new avenue for debate. Egypt leaves the tournament having achieved historic milestones, yet defined by a bitter exit. And FIFA advances its marquee team into the quarterfinals, dragging along a heavy shadow of suspicion regarding the integrity of the game.